Hi everybody, this is Linda with Scrap Stars Paper Crafting, and today I am live. I don't always go live, but so this video will only be on this channel for a couple weeks, but I will be downloading it and putting it on YouTube for those that want to watch it later or catch up on how I did something. And so anyway, today we're going to make a really cute card. I have this adorable set. It's called Sweet Old Friends, and it is the Winnie the Pooh. It's called, Silly Old Bear, I think. Silly Old Bear is the sweet, but I've got this cute little stamp set, and it comes with all these cute little stamps, and it also comes with these gorgeous dies as well. So then there's also the words, the sentiments. It says sweet words and labels, and it has all these really pretty sentiments that go with it. And then of course the die cuts that cut out all of these really cool things. And that's what we're going to use today, along with the Winnie the Pooh Silly Old Bear paper that I don't have a whole lot here to show you because I'm just going to do the card for you. So let's turn the camera around and get started. I think you're going to love this card. Oh, and I do need to give some credit. I did get this card from, her name is Dawn. What's her last name? I had it right here, and I just bam, it goes out of my head. Dawn Griffith was the inspiration for this card. So this is just a really cute little card. I put a little ribbon here. You can see the little Winnie the Pooh with his friend Piglet. And then I did some little bit of stenciling. And then the cool thing about this card is it pops up like this. And with a little honey pot holds it in place like that. So it's it's just a cute little stand-up easel card, but it's kind of at a diagonal, so it's a little different. All right, so let's get our supplies out, and I have them all here, and we'll go ahead, and I think what we're going to do first is stamp our sentiment. And look at this die cut. These dies, it even cuts out the cute little tiny, I got some shadowing here. Is that better? I forgot to turn on this light. The honey, for the honey pot. Here's the cute little honey pot. This is just adorable little set. And I just think it's cute because I'm making baby books. I don't know anybody that doesn't love Pooh, but there may be somebody out there, but I just thought this was such a cute set. All right, so this is one of the dies that I cut out, and then it has a larger die like this, and it fits really nicely together like that. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this first, and let's see what I do with my stamps. Okay, I'm going to stamp this in a tan color, and so let's get that going here, and I'm going to go up and down like that. I want to make sure that my ink is really covered well. So, and then I'm just going to center this like this. There's a lot of ways you could do this. And then just press down really good. And there we go. Beautiful. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do next is I'm going to do some stenciling. And one of the dies has this honeycomb in it. And what I did was I just cut it out with the die cut. And I'm going to just make a few little stencils here and there. And then these are our new stamp pads. Aren't they really great? This is called Golden Glow. It's one of the new colors. And the new colors all come with this magnetic stamp pad, which I absolutely love. I was used to them. As you know, I was a Close to My Heart consultant before, and I was used to using these because Close to My Heart had this design, and they sold their patents to Stampin' Up! When they closed, and Stampin' Up! Was very wise and bought these patents. All right, so what I do when I stenciling, I want to take a little off. I'm going to use my little brush, and I'm going to just tap it to get the color, and then I'm going to kind of just go around with it on the inside of this, just to get so it's not so bold. And then I'm going to kind of start from the outside and work my way in. And I kind of want this one a little lighter. So there you go, you can see. And it doesn't really matter how it goes. I mean, it's just kind of random. Now this one I'm going to kind of put sideways because Pooh is going to go there with Piglet, and I just want it kind of showing off the side. So we'll go ahead and do this here. There we go. There, I love it. All right, so that is that part. Then on the inside of my card, I did the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that panel. This panel is, let me give you the measurements. It is 4 by 4 by 4. And so I'm going to go ahead and just put a couple of these on the corners. I'm going to go up here on this corner and kind of stencil there, and then maybe go down on the bottom because I'm going to put my little Pooh pot, my little honey pot right here. So I'm going to do a couple right here. I'll do one right here, and then I'll turn it and kind of have it go across a little bit. And it doesn't really matter if this overlaps because I'm going to put that little Pooh pot right in there, so I think it'll look fine. Okay, yep, that looks really good. Okay, so I always impress myself with sometimes when I do this because you never know sometimes when you're live how things are going to turn out, if it'll turn out at all. All right, so I have that, and I'm going to go ahead and close this up right now, this magnetic pad, and then I'm going to go ahead and start assembling. Well, no, I got one more thing to stamp. I need to stamp little Mr. Pooh and Piglet. So I'll grab these, put these off to the side. And here is just, this is just a sampling of this paper. I used the back side, but one of the ladies in my card class used this side, and I thought it looked really cute that way too. I thought it was too busy when I was doing it, but I really, it's just cute paper. I don't think you can go wrong when you have this cute design. So all right, so let me grab my stamp, and I'm going to use Memento. Let's see if I can find my ink pad. I thought I had everything right here, but of course, you know how I am. I have 2 Mementos. Let's see. Oh, good, I have one here. Yay! I have one usually I leave at home, but sometimes I'll bring both of them with my classes just because sometimes we need them. So the nice thing about this, you can do this either way. I know with the rubber stamps, you would stamp first and then die cut it out because you couldn't really see where you were die cutting. When I've always used the acrylic stamps, and so I've just always die cut because I can get a lot more when I die cut of the image, and then I can line it up really easy because I can see exactly where I'm putting it. I'm a little off here because I can't really go put my head in front of the camera, so I'm hoping I'm pretty straight. And so there is Pooh. And now I'll put this lid on there because I'm notorious for putting my fingers in ink and getting it all over the place. All right, so now I'm going to take some Stampin' Blends. I've got, these are the 2 new colors. This is Peaceful Pine, and this is that Golden Glow. And that, of course, is what we're going to make Winnie out. And I'm going to go ahead and take both of them out. I'm going to use the dark just to use a little shadowing. And all I'm going to do is just follow these little lines that they put on the stamp pad for you. So I don't even have to really think a whole lot. Some of you guys are really good with the shadowing. And that's wonderful because I think shadowing and adding little lines and stuff really adds a lot to it. But they make it so easy with their extra lines that they give you here. I'm just going to do that for this one. in the dark one of the Stampin' Blends. So I'm just kind of going over here with all of these. And you could even do the outline too if you wanted to. Not sure I want to do the outline, but that we'll see. And so now I'm going to take the lighter color, and instead of the firm pointed one, I am going to use the soft one, and I'm just going to go ahead and go around and just color it. These colors so fast and quick and so pretty, and it's really hard to make a mistake with these because they blend so nicely. And then if you want a little bit of extra shading, you can go over it a second time with the same color, or you can use the darker one and go over it where you want it a little more shaded. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. I might go a little bit more here, maybe a little more here. There we go. So now to do Piglet, I'm going to use this. This one is pretty in pink, and I'm not really sure. I used a different one. I don't have the new pale pink one. I don't know what it's called. It's really a light pink. But I'm going to use the light one for Piglet. Let's see. I'm going to just take a scratch piece of paper here and test this because I don't know how dark this is. It's not too bad. So I'll go ahead and use this. This is called Pretty in Pink. It is an older color. Well, it was a new color a couple years ago. And I'm just going to go ahead and color his arms because Piglet is pink. And his little feet. And then for his little shirt, I'm going to go ahead and use the new color, Peaceful Pine. I know I still keep them in their packages. I don't know why. I need to find a organizational tool to use these with. So I think I'm going to just use the lighter color for this and color him. I'll make sure I got the light one because they're so hard to tell sometimes. Okay. And color this with that new color. It's called Peaceful Pine. It's a really pretty green color. Oh, and I could have made it striped too. I could have since he had the lines, I could have made it white and striped, but oh well, I made it all one color. All right, so now my little guy is all done. So let's get our papers here. We'll go ahead and I will show you this card. This is 11 by 4 1/4. It is scored at 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. All right. Then this piece, which is going to go on the inside, I already told you it's 4 by 4. And then these pieces here, this is one piece, and it is 4 by 4, and then I cut it from point to point. And then I cut a little one. This is kind of a book fold. When you glue this part down and flip this up, that's called a book fold card. And so this piece is 1 inch by 4. So let's go ahead and start adhering these together. And go ahead and put, and if you want to put ribbon on, you can tuck it under this one, or you can do what I do. I just cut it off. It's a card. I'm not going to keep it forever. So, well, I would hope they'd keep it forever, but I know they won't. All right, so then this triangle should fit just perfectly right in here. And we'll go ahead and put this, adhere this on here. And with just a small little edge all the way around, nice and even. And then I'm going to take the bottom piece and do the same thing. I know it's a shame not to use this side of the paper, isn't it? So cute. I guess Piglet does have all green on his shirt. It would be cute, though, to make him with stripes, I think. And so then this piece goes right here. And a nice little border all the way around. And then what I'm going to do is where it's bent right here for my book fold, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down first, just like that, and bend this back. And then I'm going to bend my fold in like this. So that gives you that easel part of the card. Super easy. Now I'm going to take this piece, my 4x4, and I'm just going to go ahead and adhere it here. And then I can write a little message up here later. Such a fun card. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this, and I'm going to adhere this to just this part of the triangle, this part down here. So let's put these pieces together first. And I'll line this up. It's just the cutest set, isn't it? Okay, and then I'm going to take my Winnie the Pooh, and I'm going to put him on some dimensionals. So I'll grab a couple dimensionals here. And maybe a little dimensional for Piglet. Let's see, I think I have a little one. Yep. I could probably use a big one for Piglet, but Piglet's a little guy, so we'll use a little dimensional. And take those off. I did order myself another pick your tool thing because I can't find mine. I don't know what I did with it, and it's driving me crazy because I use it all the time. So it'll show up after I get my new one because that's how things go. So I'm going to just kind of layer this on here like this, and then I'm going to just put some adhesive on this side of my card. So adjust the adhesives on this side so that when I stand it up, this will fit like that. So let's try to even this out just nice so it's like even. And there, that looks good. Okay, and then the last thing I need to do is my little honey pot, and I've probably lost it by now. Oh, well, here's the honey. Oh, what did I do with my pot? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to need a little bit of glue to put on my honey pot. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and just use some adhesive here. Stick that on there like that. I love the details. You know, sometimes it's the details that make it so pretty. Okay, and so then this is what's going to hold your easel card up. So I'm going to take another dimensional and put it on the back here. And then I'm going to fold it to where I think I like it. And then I'm just going to put my little honey pot down here like that. And then it holds it up just like that. Isn't that cute? Love it. Okay, the only thing I didn't do, and then it's flat enough that you can nail in the thing. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't take some ribbon. And I'm just going to cut it and add some adhesive. So I'm just going to cut a piece here. Let's see, because I can trim it right to the card. Okay. And I'll add just a little bit of adhesive. Well, I'm just going to add adhesive to the whole thing like that. There we go. And then I'm just going to lay it in the center on here. And of course you could put some jewels on there too if you wanted to. I think the ribbon just adds a little special touch to it though. Oh, made that a little crooked, so let's straighten that out a little bit. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim these edges off the edge so it goes all the way across on the edge That's not perfectly straight. That's going to bug me. So let's pull that off carefully. I love it that it gives you a second chance, this adhesive. There we go. That looks a little more even, doesn't it? That was pretty sad looking there the first time. So got my ribbon on there. I'm just going to trim this here and trim this here. This is the easy way to do it. You can tuck it up underneath your paper if you wanted to. That gives it a little more finished look. When I put that on there, I needed to do it straight, but I think that looks really good. There you go. All right, so that's our card. I think I gave you all the measurements and everything. So have fun making cards, and I'd love to see what you do with maybe different paper. It'd be so cute to do an easel card, different easel cards like this. I just think it looks really kind of fun and cute. So see you next Sunday. Bye-bye. Have a great week.